Hey Wookiees, Rebels, and more. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today we are going to go over a headcanon I have about Boba Fett and his status as crime lord. So this headcanon came about when I was watching the Book of Boba Fett and I was taking notes on the series and how I can re-edit the series to tell Boba's story in a better way. If you are ever curious, please check out those re-edit videos. But enough about re-edits, let's get into the headcanon. So in order to understand Boba as a crime lord, we need to first understand the titles that he got when he killed Bib Fortuna and took the throne of Mos Espa. He gets two titles. We have crime lord and then we have daimyo. Now daimyo is one that is super simple. It essentially is just lord in Japanese. And then crime lord, well, it's in the name. You have power, you are a lord because of the crimes that you commit. Your power comes from the crime. If we look throughout the series, Boba doesn't commit really any crimes, kind of losing the crime lord status. Actually, quite the opposite. We see Boba Fett actually crack down on crime in an effort to make Mos Espa a better place for the citizens to live in. So, to truly understand Boba as a crime lord, I think we need to look at Jabba the Hutt and how Jabba made all his money. Then we can figure out what kind of crimes Boba has continued to take on and what crimes Boba has decided that he is not going to pursue. Going down the list of Jabba's crimes, he mainly dealt in spice trade. This is where Jabba made most of his money, but of course there was also piracy, slavery, smuggling, assassination, and protection money. And of course, Jabba didn't just make money illegally, but he also made money legally through his many vassals. Vassals is the term in the show, but it essentially means landlord. So Jabba owned many different properties. A good example is Garsa Fwip's sanctuary, along with the watermonger and his business, was once owned by Jabba. But now, both of those properties have moved on to Boba Fett. This is where we get into headcanon territory, because this is where I theorize and talk about the crimes that I think Boba Fett could adopt and bring into his new family, and which crimes he's going to stop. So this is where we get into the headcanon portion, because Boba doesn't adopt all the crimes, but I do feel like he can adopt some of the crimes while maintaining the kind of like nice crime lord and the honorable crime lord that the series has promoted and built up. That way we're not betraying his character. Start off with slavery. Boba is clearly against slavery. One of the first things Finnick does is shoot the chain and free the Twi'lek slave that was under Bib Fortuna. And then of course there is spice trade. Like I said, Jabba made most of his money through spice trade. I don't think Boba is necessarily offended by the spice trade, but because he made a deal with Freetown to eliminate all spice trade within Mos Espa, he's going to be losing out on a major chunk. Now, the crimes that Boba can still commit are like piracy, for example. In order to keep Boba's noble crime lord status, his good guy crime lord status, he can illegally steal stuff from people who deserve to have their stuff stolen. Boba can steal things in a very Robin Hood fashion, where he steals from the corrupt and he gives to the poor or to himself. This is still highly illegal to steal from people. We have an understanding that he's doing this for the right reasons. He just doesn't care to wait for the New Republic to take action. He would rather take action himself. I also believe that Boba could engage in assassination. I could totally see Boba Fett putting hits out on people who he feels is deserving of assassination. I also believe that Boba could engage in smuggling. In my headcanon, it makes sense that Boba would be able to smuggle goods across borders where those goods are very much illegal. The next one is protection money. Jabba said, you need to pay me protection money so that I don't hurt you. You need to pay protection from me. Boba would actually do this in quite a legal way, where he would be saying, hey, you can pay for my security. The mods and the people that I work with will do our very best to protect your businesses and your interests. Boba's security operations could be just like a mercenary, and we've seen plenty of anti-heroes who are mercenaries. I can see Boba engaging in the black market, especially if it helps his community, whether that's Mos Espa or his operations as a whole. And then of course Boba makes money through his many vassals. Of course he doesn't make money from Garsa Fwip, rest in peace, but he will from, say, the Watermonger or any other vassals that are still in Mos Espa or even off Mos Espa. The main thing is that Boba did not acquire this property legally. He murdered Bib Fortuna and stole all of this property. So in terms of being a crime lord, I think Boba actually fits the bill. I think it is incredibly confusing that they tried to make Boba Fett a crime lord, but he was also this very noble person. And you have to do a lot of mental gymnastics to make these two things really fit into place. But I hope this headcanon made things make sense for you. This is what helped me, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video, that you continue to watch more of my content. Please leave a comment below telling me what you think of the Book of Boba Fett. Don't hold back any punches, whether there are any crimes that I didn't think of that you think of, or if you just completely disagree with me and you think that Boba Fett doesn't deserve the crime lord status. Thank you for watching till the end of this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.